You better make a part 2 with Pheromosa, Blacephalon, and Celesteela. More! We need more! Where is Pheromosa, Blacephalon, Xurkitree part 2? We need more! Rally for part 2! Like the comment, TP participate! Pat 2 now! Now! Blacephalon. I love this video, yay! If you end up doing this again, please do Blacephalon. It is my favorite Pokemon in the whole world. We need a part 2 to this! Okay, so for context, to kick off 2025, I entered the year with a video where I drew baby Ultra Beasts. I was thinking a lot about how Poipole could evolve, and I had to know what some other evolutionary families could look like in Ultra Space. In that video, I made baby forms of Nihilego, Buzzwole, and Guzzlord. A week later, I then did a live stream and made baby Stakataka and Kartana, and also discovered that Celesteela sorta kinda has a canon baby form in the anime. I don't know how, but my silly idea unlocked a whole lot of Pokemon knowledge that I previously did not have. So according to my calculations, I have 3 Ultra Beasts left to make a baby form for. So let's goo goo gaga, abracadabra, morta oogaga, if you will, and let's draw. Okay, let's bring up the Explosion Clown and Balloon Dog. It's like a supervillain and its sidekick. My idea for baby Blacephalon, also known as UB Burst, is to create a balloon animal, except it is alive and doesn't resemble any of our earthly animals, rather just being some weird humanoid looking thing. First sketch is trash, you're used to it at this point, and my second sketch is the one I ended up developing. Now, it's kinda hard to draw balloon animals because they really are just one long balloon that has been pulled, spun, flicked, twisted, and bopped into all sorts of different contortions, and expressing that in a 2D cartooned character design is quite a demanding task. But I have an idea which is balloon animals, so I will not sleep tonight until we have a balloon animal. Hashtag just healthy things. I learned to be a little flexible in how strictly I wanted to adhere to the logistics of the physics of balloon animals, and it really helped me create a pose that works quite well and suits the whole Blacephalon vibe, which is really what we're aiming for. I noticed that with some balloon animals, there is this extra piece of balloon, I guess, that can be used to make appendages for the animals, such as little tails. For this design, I thought it would be kind of fun and extra weird to make out like this Pokemon was made from left to right rather than top to bottom. So I have the top of the balloon where it has been tied at one arm, and then the extra little pieces at the end on the other arm. Wait, does that make sense? I mean, the concept makes sense for sure, but what actually is the top and what is the bottom of like a balloon? Like before I blow up a balloon, I would consider this to be the top, but then when it's blown up, that's the top. I think this is a Por qué no los dos situation. The colors are Blacephalon core. I chose the colors from its main body and then also added in the magenta from one of its foot balls. That sounded odd both to write in the script and to say out loud. I'm also checking the silhouette just so I can get these proportions looking super fresh. This has kind of become a pretty crucial part of my process nowadays. I don't know how I managed to get by so long without doing it. Alright, time for Pheromosa, who is absolutely serving queen behavior. I love YouTube's filters. I did a little bit of a diva dive into Pheromosa and its design inspirations, but honestly, it's a pretty straightforward design. She's a cockroach. And also the president of the Aether Foundation, bow to your mistress. Does anyone remember that crazy theory? Like, I was on board for that. I was fully believing that Lily, Lusamine, and Gladion were Ultra Beasts, yet I somehow didn't make the connection that they were a family until I played the game. My brain, I swear. So basically, my design for a Pheromosa baby is just to make it smaller. Honestly, not that exciting, but let's be real, Poipole is just small Naganadal, literally. Pheromosa's codename is UB02 Beauty, so I thought I would take that back a few notches, perhaps making this Pokemon the cute one, question mark, I don't know. I want to keep the same sort of attitude and style that Pheromosa has. I toned it down to a more subdued, almost nursling form. Now, my baby Pheromosa is looking kinda too symmetrical, almost to the point where it looks either like a toy or a taxidermy. I wonder if taxidermy is like a trade in the Pokemon world. Like, are people actually doing that? There are probably taxidermied Pokemon in the games, but I can't recall any. Oh my god, wait, hold on. So maybe no taxidermy, but do you remember that time Lusamine killed a Slowpoke and Froze it? It's messed up, man. Anyways, back to symmetry. I combated having a symmetrical silhouette by having my baby Ultra Beast just lean over to the side. I had to redo the top of the head after this because it just looked incorrectly drawn, which I actually found really interesting. Like, doing something as simple as rotating the design really just threw it all off. The colors were super simple. Not only did I just pick colors from UB02 Beauty, but also the main color used is white, which is the same color as my canvas, so I barely had to draw any color into this design whatsoever. Just a little bit of gold on the headpiece and the antennae, as well as a little bit in the hair. My eyes are also the exact same as Pheromosa's eyes. Not mine personally, but like my Ultra Beast's eyes. I probably didn't need to explain that. The final design we have today is this super cool dude, Xurkitree. When I saw its name for the first time ever, I read it as Xurkitree. I don't know how. Leave me alone. I will not be taking questions at this time. Now, I really wanted to strip this design all the way back to its core component, the circuit board. Now, this isn't just any old circuit board either. This here is a circuit board used specifically for fairy lights or Christmas lights or whatever you call them. These. Something I really love when it comes to designing Ultra Beasts is that they don't really need to make a whole lot of sense. Like, this literally is just some bricks. Nothing more, nothing less. I knew that I could make this design super cryptic and slap Ultra Beast on it and no one would question it, but I wanted to sort of turn these chip components into a makeshift face, so I did just that. Also, before I explain how I did that, just know that I am not an electrician or an engineer, nor do I know the first thing about the computer parts in general, so I don't know any jargon and I'm aware of my ignorance. We can move on in peace. So, explanation. The metal melty parts are the eyes and the eyelashes. The hole is the mouth, the main square is its belly, and the connecting cords are its legs. Despite knowing next to nothing about electrical parts and having absolutely no hardware engineering experience on any scope, I somehow managed to install my own DS capture card with nothing but a screwdriver, a scalpel, and a dream. It took me 9 hours and over 1,000 uses of the word fuck, but I still did it and I'm still very proud of myself for that. I pretty much color picked from my original source image to create the colors of this Ultra Beast. I also took some of Xurkitree's colors to get the wiring and copper parts looking right. The design on the circuit board body was done by simply filling in some lighter colors over top of the body. I don't really think it needs its own line art in this case. But anyways, that looks like a wrap on baby Xurkitree, which means we've reached the even more fun part of all of this, taking a look at some of these kick-ass designs. Starting with UB Pop, properly known as Boom Brain, the balloon Pokemon. It is a ghost type that evolves into Blacephalon after leveling up knowing the move Incinerate. Next, it is UB Lass, properly known as Lindicha, the Limber Pokemon. It is a bug type that evolves into Pheromosa after leveling up and knowing the move Low Kick. And to finish off this lot of UB babies, we have UB Chip, properly known as Xurkit. Nice and simple. It is a normal type that evolves into Xurkitree after leveling up knowing the move Shock. So that's them baby Ultra Beasts part 2. I hope you like them. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Also, I'm not sure if I should do another one of these videos since I already did Kartana and Stack Attacker in a stream, and then Celesteela just straight up has a canon baby form in the anime, so I don't know. Maybe I can redo all 3 of them. Let me know if that's something you would watch. Apologies if a part 2 was not what you wanted to see, but it was highly requested, so I thought, you know, I've never done a part 2 on this channel before, like a proper part 2 with 2 in the title, so I hope it goes well. If you're watching this, then it probably has. Thank you so much for watching my video. Be sure to subscribe. I upload new videos every single Friday or Saturday if you live on Mirage Island, just like me. Next week, it will be Pokemon Day, so I don't know what I'm gonna make, but it's gonna be really awesome, so I'll see you next week. Bye-bye. When I tell you, I am stressed to the max. Oh my god, I did it. It's all done. Look at me. Look at me. I've got shit
everywhere. It's over. I would record on my phone, but I was using it as a flashlight and then it died, so now I'm using my other phone that I don't use, but oh my god.